So this is not what I planned to talk about at this time this morning, but sometimes you kind of and ah, should I talk about this on the radio, should I not? But man, was I caught up in an incident yesterday. So I'd just been to Les Mills in Takapuna and I was about to leave. I got into my car and I was about to drive out of the car park and I saw what I thought was a guy trying to steal a car. Now, the girl was there and she was trying to stop him getting the keys. So, and then she started swinging at the guy to try and get him to go away. And it was like very aggressive swing, like punching at his face and everything like that. And I was like, what on earth is going on? So I was really apprehensive at first because you never know if you're going to put yourself into danger. So I started honking my horn and then I put my window down and I started to shout. And then they were down a level. You know how car parks have kind of half levels? You can just see through the gap. So it was really hard to interpret the situation. So I built up the courage to get out of the car and I kind of tentatively approached. You guys, okay, what's going on? What's going on? And then it dawned on me that it was a domestic. And they were having an argument and she was hitting at him and he was doing his very best to stay calm in the situation. And you know that that's only going to happen for a little bit of time. So I said, guys, just stay calm. What's going on? And she said, he's got my keys. And she couldn't get into her car. So my first priority was kind of, all right, so I guess the girl's the vulnerable one in this situation. I'll try and get her out of here as fast as I can. Meanwhile, my car is behind me. I've left it running. It's parked up. It's blocking the entire car park. So people couldn't go anywhere, but no one else was coming out to help me. So I was like, all right, I have to try and just diffuse the situation. So I kept talking to him and they kept arguing. And I said, all right, you've got her keys. So can I have the keys? And the guy said, yes, yeah. And he passed me the keys to her car. And then I said to her, what do you want of her? And he said, she's got my stuff. So he had his bag in the boot and she was stopping him from getting the stuff out of the boot. So it was one of those situations where she was telling him to leave, but I don't think she really wanted him to go. Now, there was a lot of like kids stuff in the car and stuff, and I started quizzing them. I said, where are the kids? They said, not here. So that was kind of reassuring. And then every time I tried to diffuse the situation, they'd come at each other again. And I was trying to just have a conversation and make humour. I said, look, I had an argument with my girlfriend over the weekend.
Sammy.
She brought four guys home in a spa and they looked at me funny. It was an awkward situation.
Were you trying to make them laugh at this point?
I was trying to do anything I could to diffuse the situation because I seriously didn't know what to do. So I said to them, like, I'm going to sit here until this stops. We're just going to sit here and have a conversation. And we talked amongst ourselves. And then I eventually gave her the keys to the car. She unlocked the boot. He got his stuff. We sat there for a little bit more and they went off in their separate directions.
I'm really, really surprised at that because I think 9 times out of 10, if some random tried to intervene in the middle of a domestic, they'd tell you to get lost.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm really proud of you, though. I'm really proud of you. It takes a massive set of kahunas to get out and get involved in something like
I'm just glad they didn't react badly to you because don't you reckon like 9 times they'd be like, who the hell are you?
Do you know,
just
absolutely.
Come over here.
Do you know the weird thing was as I approached him, she addressed me by name. She said, oh, Sam, everything's fine. And then he said, well, this is embarrassing now. So it was almost like because they knew me from whatever they'd seen me on, it was almost like that had diffused the situation.
Oh, you absolutely would have. Do you know what I like about that is we keep getting told in situations like this, people just look the other way. I'm really glad you didn't.